This is the plaintiff, Michael Bonanno. He says he was walking his Shih Tzu when the defendant's dog lunged at him, knocked him down, and grabbed his dog, shaking it violently. His poor dog was worked on by the vet for 9 hours, had to spend 3 days in the dog hospital, and he wants the irresponsible defendants to reimburse him and wants the vicious dog taken away so it can't terrorize anyone else ever again. He's suing for $2,700 for all he's out. These are the defendants, Maria Grande and Wilfredo Gonzalez. Maria says her dog was attached to her fence by a chain, and the plaintiff's dog entered onto her property, relieving himself, and a dog fight ensued. How could the plaintiff think they would be liable when his dog trespassed onto her property, and her dog was simply protecting his turf, like he should? They're accused of having vicious propensities.
Let me get 10 minutes for you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas. Michael Bonanno,
Yes.
you are suing Maria Grande and
Yes.
Wilfredo Gonzalez for $2,700 in vet bills that you say they owe as a result of an attack on your dog by her dog. Tell me what happened.
On October 12th, about...
What's that dog got on him? What is it a he or a she?
It's a he.
It's a he. What's he wearing there?
A coat.
No, but what's it say?
Oh, wolf.
Oh. Not so much, but anyway. All right, so go ahead.
Around 10:45, I was walking Alfie towards their house, and along the way, he loves to walk, and he sniffs along the way. As I approached our house, Miss Grande was in the yard fixing the Halloween decorations.
Do you two know each other before this?
No, I don't know them at all. And Alfie was sniffing, and I was watching her fix the decoration, and I seen her dog come from the driveway out.
Alfie was sniffing what?
In the front of the house, the grass, along the curb.
Okay.
It wasn't on their property. It was on the curb.
It was right at the blade of grass, sniffing the grass?
Yeah, he sniffs, and at the corner of my eye, I see the dog come out of the driveway. I knew that dog attacked another dog like 6 weeks before, which was Annette's dog.
So why were you a little more careful about the sniffing?
Well, when I saw the dog coming, I bent down to grab Alfie, and the dog knocked me down and grabbed my dog.
Is the dog on a leash?
No, he's free.
Completely free. And
Yes.
Where does the dog come from? Do you see where it comes from or
He
no?
comes from the driveway. Afterwards, when I went back, I took pictures. I could show you.
You have pictures? Let me see.
Yes. And if you look at the pictures, you could see over a period of time, they changed the barricades for the backyard. They don't even have a fence up for the dog.
Oh, I see. That's like a man-made barricade.
Yes, if you
rather
go-
than a fence. Like
There's
how
no
much stuff
fence.
do they stack in order to keep the dog in the backyard?
Right.
Why is this stuff piled up there on the side?
I can't see what you're referring to, Judge.
I think you know what I'm talking about because it's your house that he's
Well, he
photographing,
said
but
that they were
okay, we'll do that. I'm referring to that. Can you tell me why that stuff is stacked up on the side? What's the purpose? Wow, you really go all out for Halloween. I thought I went all out.
Yeah, a lot of the
That's
stuff.
pretty good.
A lot of the stuff that you're seeing is actually totes and Tupperwares, big, large totes that are stored in the backyard that are pulled out.
Yeah, but this stuff isn't stored. This stuff is clearly trying to create a barricade for the backyard. What is that? I mean, it's all lined
What
up
is this? This is
perfectly
the
on the side there. It's not. You don't store it outdoors. You don't store your table and your Tupperware sideways outdoors. Whose dog is this? By the way, you're the tenant and you're the landlord, right? You don't live together.
No. He lives 2 doors down.
Did you know that she had a Rottweiler there?
That's Jack.
I didn't know that it was a Rottweiler. I don't think it's a pure Rottweiler, but I
Okay,
know
but
that
did
she
you
has
know
dogs.
she had a dog there?
I know that she has dogs, yes.
Okay. Now, who's that?
That's Jack.
That's the dog in question?
Yes.
Okay, standing at the place that you say is not a barricade for the dog.
Correct. That's just so that the...
Standing at the place, the thing you say is not a makeshift barricade for the dog, and there's a dog being barricaded by it.
No, actually, he's on a link chain back there. We have 2 of them.
Tell me about that.
What happens is Jack is a rescue. We rescued him from the shelter in June of this year. And he is a pretty big dog, as you can see. He's 105 pounds. So in order to allow him to be outside while I'm cleaning or decorating or whatever, inside or out, I chain him on a chain that I purchased from a hardware store so that he does not get away. In this picture, if you see, as you will, he's on the chain and he can reach to about 1.5 feet before the driveway, the end of the driveway. And when I put him in the back, when I put him out in the back, because I have 4 dogs, so they're smaller, they're free to come back and forth. I put that, he's on that link chain as well, and it's 10 feet long. That's not, I have 4 dogs. I have a Shih Tzu, a baby pit bull, a shepherd lab, who's 13 years old, and Jack, which is the newest rescue. They were all rescues.
So what happened? Tell me what happened.
When the dog grabbed Alfie by his collar, which is this, his harness, and shook it off him, and all I had was left in my hand was his chain with that in there. She had her dog by the neck trying to get him to release him, and I was hitting him and kicking him to try to get him off. The dog is big. And finally, he let go. She let the dog go, let the dog go again and got it from behind.
She let the dog go, or the dog
Yes.
got away from her?
No, he got away once the collar came off, and she let the dog go again and got it from behind, and that's where he did all the damage. If you look towards the end of those pictures, you'll see his hospital pictures. All the damage of my
Well,
dog
I
is in
see
the back.
the damage. I'm just trying to understand how you're saying the damage happened and how I know she's going to say it differently because I've read her answer to the complaint.
Right.
What I'm trying to understand is your version of how it happened. Why does she let go? Because I'm asking you, well, did the dog get away from her? And you're like, no, she let go. That sounds like you're saying she let go on purpose.
I don't know if the dog got, I have no idea. Maybe the dog did get away from her.
So how far into the street does that next second encounter, which created all the damage according to you, happen?
I would say up to a car, like distance of a car.
So is it in the middle of the street?
Just before the middle of the street.
Okay, and then what happens there?
Finally, he gets away,
Okay,
and he runs home.
okay.
I run home, and the dog's in shock. We put a blanket around him, so I go out to talk to her. She refused to talk to me. And the son's yelling at me from the window, leave my mother alone, I'm going to come down and beat you up if you don't leave.
How old is the son?
I have 4 children, Your Honor. I have
How
a
old is the
24 and a
son he's talking
23-year-old.
about?
24-year-old.
Okay, go ahead.
So I just left. I don't want any trouble. I had to take care of my dog.
Okay.
So on the way,
you take the dog to the vet.
on the way
and the
home,
dog-
on the way home, I dialed 911.
Okay,
And I was so upset on the phone, they want to send an ambulance for me.
okay,
I said, no, I got to take care of my dog.
okay.
And
So your dog ended up having 14 stitches?
yeah, 14, he was in the hospital for 2.5 days.
Okay. How's the dog doing now? Hopefully well and everything?
He's doing all right, but I don't know, psychologically, he comes out of the cul-de-sac, he doesn't go left, where they live, he only goes right, and he goes a few houses, he wants to run back home. He's afraid to go out.
Okay. All right, now, may I see all of the vet bills, please? Because it's sort of an odd thing for it to be a round number like this.
Well, it's 2650 something.
Yeah. So, all right, tell me what happened, Ms. Grande.
I was in the front yard putting up Halloween decorations. It was about 11 o'clock at night, and Jack was in the driveway on...
You're putting Halloween decorations on at 11 o'clock at night?
Yes, I do them up until 4 or 5 in the morning. I have
my
tours in my
goodness.
house on Halloween. Children that have come year after year after year and come through my home. So Jack was in the driveway because, of course, 11 o'clock at night, I don't want to be outside by myself. My husband wasn't home.
Jack is the dog, okay?
Yes, Jack is
Okay,
the
go ahead.
well, he's a shepherd. He's mostly shepherd, actually. And he was laying down, so Mr. Bonanno couldn't have seen him. Probably didn't see him. My back was turned because I was facing the front window, and I heard a scuffle. I turned around, and I saw Mr. Bonanno kicking and punching Jack, and
Where were they when you turn around?
about a foot. Jack can't reach past the foot of that driveway.
Okay.
I'm sorry, a foot to the end of the driveway, about 15 inches. I measured it. So he had the dog in his mouth and he was shaking him, but he was on the collar. I jumped on Jack, and I mean, we almost weigh the same size. There's not much I could do, but I said, Jack, stop, drop him. And he did. He let him go. Then there was some screaming and yelling, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I don't remember exactly what happened because I was pretty shocked. It happened so quickly. And I saw the dog run away. The leash was in his hand. I saw a little dog run away. I've never really seen Mr. Bonanno before, so I didn't know him or his dog. And then Mr. Bonanno came back, and he was screaming and cursing at me. And my son came out out of the window, and he said, "Stop!" I don't remember exactly what he said. I'm sure it wasn't pretty, but he said, "Stop yelling at what are you yelling at my mother for? You're a man. You're yelling at a woman. You know, get off my property. Don't let me come down there." There was definitely a 24-year-old screaming. You know, not saying it's right or wrong. I can only control so much. I did reprimand him for it, but he's 6'5", so not much I could do.
Was your dog on the chain?
Yes.
According to you, the dog was not on a chain. The story he's giving me, or the version he's giving me, where the dog gets away from you, according to you, that didn't happen?
No, if Jack got away from me, that dog would have had, I don't even want to think of what might have happened.
Why are you suing the landlord?
Because he's responsible for not having the property secured enough when they're knowing having dogs there, not having a gate up.
What do you mean, that he's responsible to have a gate?
Well, knowing that he has a tenant with 4 dogs, now she's telling me I thought they only had 2, not properly securing the property, just with a wooden table or a door. When you lease a house, you have to know who you're leasing to. And if they're going to have dogs like that, you got to have a gate up for them.
What's your response to that? I'm curious.
I mean, if you look at the pictures, there's clearly a gate behind the barrier, which is to the yard. Apart from that, and that is the way that every house on the block is designed.
Why do you suppose they have a table and a Tupperware and all that stuff there?
The gate
What
works.
are they keeping back and forth? What are they trying to separate with the table and a flipped up Tupperware? I mean, it seems a little bush league, doesn't it?
I don't know that she's using them as a barricade.
Oh, please. Listen, I am so past that it's not even funny. It's clear they're being used as a barricade. Please do not insult my intelligence.
And welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So can the judge consider the fact that dogs got out on prior occasions in deciding whether they got out this time?
Absolutely.
Why?
If they did it once, they'll do it again.
Well, but, you know, do you convict somebody for prior acts, or do you just look at what happened this time?
I think you can look at what happened before, because if there was no witnesses, then that's all you can really go on.
What do you think, sir?
No, prior acts are irrelevant.
But you can't look at like an MO, a pattern?
No, I don't think so, because it doesn't have any bearing on what happened.
Fair enough. Going inside the courtroom.
Were there any other witnesses to what happened?
No, but have a witness, Annette, who her dog attacked her dog.
Come on up, Annette. Go ahead, come in front of the microphone. What is your name?
My name is Netta Pisa.
Pisa. Okay, Ms.
Pisa.
Pisa, what happened?
Well, my dog was attacked 6 weeks prior to Alfie's being attacked, and I just want you to know that barricades or not, those dogs jumped over the fence to attack my dog.
How did that happen?
It happened, I have no idea. They came out the front door, I believe, and she had one of those makeshift barricades, I think, guarding her, you know, the side of the gate, which you'll see the pictures. I also have pictures of my attack. And they jumped over the gate. 3 dogs came out, a pit bull, the German Shepherd, Rottweiler, and a little Shih Tzu. And they viciously attacked my dog, broke ribs and 16 stitches
Oh my
also.
God, when did that happen?
August 17th.
So the dogs got out of her house.
Crossed the street.
Off of her barricade.
Correct.
There was no chains involved.
Correct.
Crossed the street and went where?
And walked, came about a mile after my dog, myself, and I had my 4-year-old granddaughter with me also.
Oh,
Wonderful.
Lord above.
Yes, wonderful.
Are you learning this now for the first time?
Yeah.
Oh, how you feeling? How are you feeling just about now about that barricade with the table and the Tupperware?
Your Honor, I don't want to, kill the barricade issue, but there's a 6-foot fence there with a chain.
How's it working? I have 2 dog attacks. How's it working?
Apart from, I guess, these incidents, it should work fine.
Apart from these incidents, how many times do you think you can skate as the landlord when you rent to someone who now has 2 lawsuits pending against them for vicious dogs? When do you think that your liability is going to kick in?
Your Honor, all I can say is the dogs aren't kept outside to my knowledge. They're indoors.
Apparently they get out.
I mean, I'm sure.
Apparently they're getting out,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, if I have
what?
a dog that's
hasta
loose in
cuando?
the house.
When are you going to give it up? When are you going to stop and tell this lady you got to get rid of the dogs? Or when are you going to build a fence? Like, when is it okay? When is it enough notice for you? Certainly today it's enough notice for you from here on in. Because if there's a 3rd bite, you're losing your house, pal. I'm telling you, you got problems now. You have problems. Make sure if there's a 3rd bite that this video gets in the hands of whoever the 3rd litigant is.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay? You have problems now. You need to take some measures. All right. I got to tell you, I was more than willing to listen to the defense that my dog is on a chain. My dog's always on a chain. I'm very careful about this judge. I was more than willing to listen to that because I have him. He knows that your dog's got out, and yet he's got his little, stuffed animal, essentially, a tiny little frou-frou dog sniffing up your yard. I would not do that as a dog owner. I would put your hand down. I would stay very clear of your property. And he seems very relaxed. So I was definitely willing to listen to that. But I got to tell you, that is some damning evidence right there that maybe it's not like you say. Well, so if I got to decide who's telling the truth, you who have your back to your dog or him, and I've got somebody else saying, she's not that careful, Judge. Those dogs got out just a few months earlier, and nobody was watching that. And now all of a sudden, it's, maybe she's not that careful. Then I look to the side of the yard where I've got like Sanford and Son going on as a barricade, and it makes me go, maybe not so much. Maybe you need to be more careful than you are. Maybe it's time for somebody to erect a fence. Maybe, okay? Here's the thing, though. As against Mr. Gonzalez, even though Mr. Gonzalez is clearly on notice now as he's standing here listening to everything that happened here. The question is not, is he on notice now? The question is, does every landlord in the country have to erect a fence whenever they rent to somebody who has a dog? And the answer to that is no. So as to Mr. Gonzalez, it's dismissed. But I got to tell you, that same logic that I just said no longer protects you when you stood here and listened to that first bite and the second bite. Trust me, the next litigant is going to eat you alive. All right. But as to Ms. Grande, I find in your favor in the amount of the vet bills that I'm able to see her, which are not around $2,700, they're $2,505.34. Verdict for the plaintiff.
Well, the plaintiff bites back here in the People's Court. What's your feeling on this outcome here? You're on
Notice.
Notice, right.
I mean,
what about that?
The pictures clearly show a 6-foot fence behind that barricade.
Are you going to modify anything?
I may get a chain, but the dogs aren't going to be on the side anymore. I mean, I don't even think that they were. They never are outside. They're always indoors. So, I mean, we'll look into modifying.
Okay. All right, right around the corner this way, okay? All right, see ya. All right, step on in here. How's the doggy doing?
Come on, Alf. Oh,
Hey,
yeah,
bring the doggy over here. Come on, bring the doggy. What's going on? You satisfied with this?
Yes,
Alf,
very
come here.
much so.
Step up a little bit here.
Oh, very much so. Judge did the right thing, and I think the dog should be taken off the street before it gets a human being. I mean, they have a fighting pit bull, they have this dog, and if they get out again and get somebody, they're going to kill him.
Hey, Alfie.
Say hi, Alfie.
Hey, come on over here. Alfie.
Say hi.
Hi, Alfie.
Hey,
All right, good boy. Good. Yeah, a little skittish. Don't worry. We won't bite. Harvey?
So, we've talked about it before, but if you live next door on the same block as an irresponsible dog owner who won't really own up, what you should do is call the Department of Animal Control in your city. They can investigate, they can come out, and ultimately even take the dog away if it's posing a danger in the neighborhood. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.